morning. How was everybody doing? This is a yome morning because it's morning time. And it was a yummy moment. I'm still waking up, so I'm a little bit slow in my brain. Yummy moment. Number 2. This is yummy number 2. Me and my mom were speaking again. And we were talking about the time when my husband passed, and how beautiful that moment it was, because his grandchildren were around him and his family, and we were there, and he passed away at home. My mom was talking like how lucky and how good it must have felt having, his family members around. Other family members were not around. My house is too small. A lot of them, I don't know, just happened the way it happened. You were there, and then you were not there, and you missed the moment. I'm very sorry about that. I was totally in another zone that I don't know if I was here or there, trying to face the reality, but at the same time trying to be strong for my family, not to try to be so emotional. I tried really, really hard not to be so emotional, and I tried to keep my grieving very private. So I do get very sensitive at times. Me, I get very, very sensitive. I do. But I think I always stop myself from grieving to be stronger. Because it was a beautiful passing. And before he closed his eyes, it was a little struggle. I wanted him to live, of course, My husband wanted him to live. So I was telling him, to breathe. I go, breathe. And he would go, and he would go back down again. And then I said, no, don't breathe, relax. And then he was trying to relax. You could see he was going slowly. And I'd say, breathe. And he would go, But when he did that, I saw in his eyes something was very different. In the back of my mind and in my heart, I felt very selfish, something, just selfishness came in me. And I knew I was being selfish because I didn't want to let him go. So I told him, no, you gotta go. As I saw his eyes, that's what I was thinking in my mind, and it flashes very fast. So it didn't go that slow. That's just how I'm telling it, but in my mind, everything went so fast. And so it was a feeling of shamefulness, because I was being stingy, and so I just told him, let go. I held his hand and I told him, you need to walk into the hands of God. He's waiting for you. His hand is open and he's waiting for you to walk into his hand so he can take you into your other journey. You're going to be all right. We'll all be okay, and we'll be strong. Right now is your time to go. And he looked at me, and then he just it wasn't a sigh, just a look, and and he was gone. But I had talked to a friend, and I had yome. I talked to friends, and I looked up on the computer, and I looked through the last census when we pass away. Yome, I looked it up, and it's a hearing. We can hear up to 4 hours. Our last census is hearing. So they say 3 to 4 hours is our last census, and we can still hear. So I made sure I stayed with him, and I told everybody what I had found out and what I investigated, and we stayed around, and we were talking with him, and we were joking, and just saved all these memories, and we were making jokes about heaven, and and it was very beautiful, very beautiful moment, very beautiful passing, and those are just some memories that my mother reminded me of me, and brought up some feelings and thoughts, and that's the way it is. This is my new blanket I bought. It matches perfect with my new wall, so the beach to the ocean. And so I wanted to wake up to share this yome moment. Okay, this is yome number 2, and there's a yome number 1 that explains. It was a preview of my book, so these are previews that I want to touch up more upon when I create my yome book. So these are just little reminders of feelings and thoughts that I want to put into my book, because there's much more. Okay, yome number 2.